All right, so we have to get into this. Enough's enough. Are y'all trying to bully Caitlin Clark at this point? Y'all are running around acting like a bunch of bullies right now, and it is out of pocket. It's out of line. We have got to get into it. Chelsea Gray, Asia Wilson, Becky Hammon. It sounds like y'all threatening Caitlin Clark at All-Star Weekend. It sounds like a threat. Y'all trying to punk her. Y'all trying to bully. Oh, no, we gonna have us talk.
The sports establishment did not just lose control of the game tonight, it suffered a complete meltdown behind closed doors. In what can only be described as a historic display of talent, one generational superstar scored an unbelievable 14 points in less than 2 minutes, completely destroying the opposing defense and leaving the entire stadium in shock. But while the crowd erupted in celebration, the broadcast cameras missed what was reportedly happening away from the court. Tensions were building behind the scenes as veteran stars and league figures struggled to process the level of dominance unfolding before them. To understand the intensity of the situation, you have to look at the exact moment that incredible 2-minute run began. The game was tied, the atmosphere was tense, and the opposing coaching staff had created a defensive strategy designed specifically to disrupt her rhythm. They trapped her near half court, bumped her off her spots, and tried to force turnovers, but instead of backing down, she took control. She stepped into deep-range shots, knocked down rapid-fire three-pointers, and delivered spectacular passes that dismantled the opposing defense within seconds. The arena became an absolute pressure cooker. Every possession felt like another blow to the old guard. The defense looked helpless, the opposing bench appeared stunned, and the crowd erupted with an energy rarely seen in modern basketball. This was not simply a hot shooting streak or a lucky run. It was a calculated display of skill, confidence, and basketball intelligence. She transformed a tightly contested game into a dominant performance and proved that traditional defensive strategies were not enough to slow her down.
Black lesbians and Asia Wilson. Wow. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Before we get into this, folks, what's going on in the WNBA when it comes to fans talking shit, being mean, saying not nice things? It happens in all sports leagues. These women are just so emotional and so soft, they can't handle it. They've been begging for 30 years, I want attention, but only good attention. As soon as they get that attention, oh, this is too much attention. Too many people are saying mean things. Too many people are calling me trash. Too many people are saying I can't make layups. Oh my gosh, that person called me a mean name. They're flipping out. They're going cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. And now they're saying, Kathy Engelbert, you have to do something. Pothole 6627 is saying not nice things to me on Twitter. Kathy, say something, please. Oh no. Oh no. A random person. Oh, the horror. Chelsea Gray thinks that because she aired this person out, it's going to make people think twice.
Now, let's get into the bigger conversation surrounding the WNBA and the growing tension between players, fans, and the league. Fans have always expressed strong opinions in sports. Criticism, debates, trash talk, and passionate reactions exist in nearly every major league. However, the increased attention surrounding the WNBA has created an entirely new level of discussion. For years, many players and supporters wanted the league to receive more attention. Now that the spotlight has grown, the criticism and negativity that often come with mainstream popularity have also increased. Some players believe the league needs stronger protection from online harassment, while others argue that criticism is simply part of becoming a major professional sports league. One thing is clear, social media has amplified everything. A single comment, video, or controversial moment can quickly become a major debate involving players, coaches, executives, and thousands of fans. The question now is whether public criticism is crossing the line into harassment, or whether the league and its players are simply adjusting to the pressure that comes with greater popularity and visibility.
That ain't gonna happen.
That we love, that we work so hard to do,
but
it's just a certain division that needs to be brought to everyone's attention and understanding that, no, this is something that's been going on, and it's just getting to a point where it's like, all right, now, enough is enough.
Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough, man. Yeah. Yeah, enough is enough.
The larger conversation that needs to be had that is really above us, and I think that is the part that we really need to get to. So hopefully at All-Star, we can have an opportunity and a conversation, because at this time, we something needs to change.
At All-Star, they want to have an opportunity and a conversation. That's what I was alluding to at the beginning. They're gonna walk into Caitlin Clark's room. They're gonna knock on the door. Caitlin Clark's gonna open the door to her hotel room. She's gonna peek through it, and there's gonna be that, that sliding thing on the door, and all it's gonna be is like the chain. And she's gonna peek through and say, "Oh shit!" She's gonna try to close the door, and then all the players at one time, Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson, they're all gonna just, "Oh, let me in." They're gonna bum rush her. They're gonna bum rush into that room, and they're gonna tie Caitlin Clark up to a chair. They're gonna tell Caitlin Clark, "You're not leaving this room until you come out and you denounce those."
As the final buzzer sounded and the broadcast shifted toward its normal post-game coverage, attention reportedly turned toward what was happening behind closed doors. Reports and online discussions suggested that tensions were rising among players and league figures following the game. According to the narrative surrounding the incident, some veteran stars were frustrated by the attention and dominance displayed by the younger superstar. Aya Wilson was reportedly drawn into the discussion, while the situation sparked renewed debate about how players, coaches, and league officials should handle disagreements and controversies. Security personnel and venue staff were said to be present as tensions increased, although the full details of what happened remained the subject of intense debate. The controversy also reignited conversations surrounding Caitlin Clark and the expectations placed on her. Supporters pointed out that Clark has previously spoken against hate and supported fellow players, including black women, while also advocating for the continued growth of the league. The larger issue is whether veteran players and established figures are struggling to adjust to a rapidly changing WNBA landscape. Some fans believe the league's established stars should embrace the new attention and recognize the impact younger players are having on the sport. Others argue that competition and disagreement are natural parts of professional athletics, regardless of where people stand. The situation exposed the growing tension surrounding popularity, media attention, and influence within the league.
Something needs to change. It's actually disgusting. So I'm glad that Chelsea had an opportunity to speak up and had an opportunity to show that what we...
It's interesting that you're the one saying it's disgusting, Asia, because your close people and your fans were the ones that were saying Nafisa Collier is not black enough because she dates a white man. Those were your fans. Your fans. So I hope when you want to have this talk in this meeting, you address your fans. Your fans, when Nafisa Collier was winning the MVP race last year before she hurt her ankle, your fans were blasting her, saying she's not black enough, she's dating a white man, and all of this stuff. Your fans was being racist. Your fans been online being racist toward Caitlin Clark. I hope you got something to say about your damn fans. I hope so.
We've been going through, and we're going to continue to go through until we have that conversation. So that's what we're going to do.
I mean, just any of that behavior is not acceptable, and we need more companies to step up and do what Hilton did. You're free to be a bigot and ignorant. You're also free to pay the consequences. And I think it's just a lot of times it's too easy to hide behind phones, and I'd rather people show up and be.
Okay, so she's saying she wants more people to do what Hilton did. Hilton fired the guy who said what he said to Chelsea Gray. How are you going to fire people? And that's fine with me. That's fine. Whatever. That's cool.
The controversy quickly became a major topic of discussion across social media and sports media platforms. Reports suggested that league officials and other decision-makers were facing pressure to address the situation and prevent the controversy from growing even further. Rumors began circulating about potential disciplinary discussions and questions surrounding future national team decisions. However, many of these reports remained unconfirmed, making it difficult to separate verified information from online speculation. The larger problem for league executives is that fans are becoming increasingly skeptical of carefully controlled public narratives. For months, debates have continued over physical play, officiating, player treatment, and whether certain stars receive different levels of protection on the court. Fans have repeatedly pointed to controversial hits and physical incidents, arguing that referees must apply the rules consistently to every player. Whether or not everyone agrees with those claims, the perception of inconsistent treatment has become a major issue, and perception can be just as powerful as reality when it comes to public trust.
Man, y'all claim y'all don't want fans, but y'all claim all her fans are racist, but y'all want to reap the benefits and collect more money from her fans, right? So which one is it? Y'all want to have your fucking cake and eat it too, and it's not going down. Like, stop it.
Been in touch with the league about this? If so, have they offered their support?
I've talked to I think I just saw on my phone. There's maybe a couple messages, but not directly, no. Silence is just agreement, or sometimes silence is that you just don't want to ruffle feathers, but then you're neglecting a certain population that's actually getting affected by it. So It's in the ball is in their court. I've done my job. I will continue to do my job. My teammates will too, and it's all part of a bigger systemic racism issue. That's how it shows up for us as Black athletes. I don't think people quite understand that. I think they see us in uniforms and think, "Oh, you're just supposed to deal with it. Go for it." Absolutely not. We're still human. We are women that walk this world every single day, trying our best to get to the next level. So it's heartbreaking to see those things happen, but it's also heartwarming when you have a franchise that's behind you 100%.
Obviously, there's a lot of eyeballs on what we do now, but I'd rather shed light on cockroaches and let them scatter and get out. Old fans, new fans, there's just no place for it in women's basketball or in society in general. So
I agree. I'm not like once again, I'm not with racism. I'm not with people being a homophobe. I don't care what you're into. But at the end of the day, y'all are labeling an entire fan base racist. Bro, Chelsea Gray was getting crazy messages a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and there's plenty of comments showing the date where it had nothing to do with the Caitlin Clark or Indiana Fever game. And I think it's really, really shady and janky that y'all waited to...
The WNBA is also facing a major shift in its commercial and cultural landscape. Corporate sponsors, broadcasters, and league executives are watching as fan interest, television ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise demand continue to reshape the business of women's basketball. A new generation of players has brought unprecedented attention to the league, and Caitlin Clark has become one of the biggest names driving the conversation. The challenge for the league is finding a way to benefit from this enormous popularity while maintaining a healthy environment for all of its players. Critics argue that the league cannot celebrate a superstar's ability to attract viewers and generate revenue while ignoring concerns about how the player is treated. At the same time, the league must avoid creating the impression that one athlete is more important than everyone else. Finding the right balance between protecting players, promoting competition, and capitalizing on unprecedented popularity may be one of the biggest challenges facing the WNBA.